Well, hey guys, how's everybody doing? Welcome back to LS Vintage Design. I'm Lisa. I'm glad you're all here today. I have a great video. We're going to talk about collecting advertisements in the most unusual places. But before we get started, I just wanted to remind everybody that the sale that I'm hosting is on now. It's the 12th through the 16th, and this is the only sale I'll have all year. It's in honor of Father's Day and my dad, who I lost in February. So be sure and head over. The links are all down below and check it out. Now, today we are talking about collecting advertisements and where you might not be looking for them. And the first big place, and these back in the 50s, 60s, 70s, even 80s, were everywhere. Everywhere. And that's ashtrays. Vintage ashtrays are an excellent source of vintage advertising. You can find an ashtray for almost any place you can imagine. And I've just got a few here to share to show you the examples. This one is from a motor hotel. So it was probably from the 50s, okay? We have this one, which is from San Jacinto in the Battleground San Jacinto in Texas. And let me see if it has a date. If it doesn't, but it was made in the USA, so it's old, vintage. This one is Bailey County Electric. This one is Bailey County Electric Cooperative Association. So this is old because, you know, people just don't make ashtrays to advertise anything anymore. So this is from an electric co-op. And then this one is from the Golden Nugget, the hotel in Vegas. That is like probably 90% of where you're going to find advertising on ashtrays from. Are hotels, motor courts, all of that. But the other 10% you're going to find for restaurants. You're going to find for companies like electric companies, car companies, mechanics, any sort of business that was alive in the 50s, 60s, 70s, 80s probably has some ashtrays out there somewhere. You just have to know where to look and find them. And this is such an untapped source because people go, ew, ashtrays, I don't want that in my house. Now, I did a video about odors, and I'll link it above, and talked about how cigarette smoke was one of the worst odors ever. So you're probably going, why then would you be telling me to go find ashtrays? Ashtrays are glass or plastic. Those are both hard materials. They are not porous. So you wash them with Dawn, they don't smell anymore. That's why I'm telling you. And this is an excellent source, not only for somebody to start collecting or the collector who thinks they found all the old advertising ever, but also if you want to give a gift, vintage ashtrays and their advertising are perfect because a lot of people probably don't have any. Something that goes along with vintage ashtrays are vintage matchbooks. And I have a whole bag, and I have no idea where they are at this moment in time. When I find them, I'll be sure to post a picture for you guys. But restaurants, again, clubs, businesses like car repair shops, they all had matchbooks. That was the advertising of the day. Now you might get a koozie, cozy, you might get a water bottle, you might get, you know, like sunglasses or something with the advertising printed on them. Used to, you would get ashtrays, you would get matchbooks, that sort of thing. Another great source of vintage advertising that a lot of people overlook are vintage postcards. And you might be going, why postcards? Those aren't advertisements. But they are. Look at this. This is a vintage hotel, the Black Hawk, which is a vintage hotel in Davenport, Iowa. That's an advertisement, guys, for this hotel. This is the hospital in DeWitt County, Iowa. It's an advertisement. This is the College of Chiropractic in Davenport, Ohio. Again, it's an advertisement for that college. Why would these companies take the time to have postcards printed? Because when you get it, you have their name, you have where they are, you have something about that business to keep. It's an advertisement. And this one is Quad City Airport at Molina, Illinois. Okay, so vintage postcards, believe it or not, can be great sources of advertisements. And like I said, if you have a family member that collects vintage advertising and they're like, oh, you can't buy me because I have so much I couldn't even possibly give you a list. And okay, fine. But do they have vintage ashtrays? And you could literally walk into any antique mall and find a vintage ashtray for $5 or under. Most of them are going to be motels. But if they don't have them, what does it matter, right? And the plastic ones are even cheaper. And again, ashtrays, if they're glass or plastic, those are hard. They're not porous, so they do not retain the cigarette smell. The matchbooks, you're going to find those in big bundles, okay? So what I would do is buy them and start some relatives on collecting, and the person that you're getting them for, save a few back. There you've got something for a stocking stuffer. There you've got something for a birthday, for an anniversary. It's all about just doling them out at the right time. Or give them the whole bag, hey. And some matchbooks can be worth a lot of money. So guys, that's the video on, collecting vintage advertisements, looking in out of the way, unlikely places. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, give it a thumbs up. Also, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and that little bell. Also, don't forget to head over to my Etsy shop this week, today, the 12th through the 16th, which is Friday. 1 week only, the only sale I'm going to be having. I'll talk to you later. Take care. Bye-bye.